Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of Lucia Craft. I'm your host Lucia, and today I'm pleased to be joined by our brand new guests. I'll give the time to them and please do the self-introduction. So lady first.
Okay, hello everyone, I'm Leung and you just call me Leung, it's okay?
Hello, I'm Iyad. I'm following a double degree at Peking University and Rotterdam School of Management. Currently in my third year, but my first year in China.
My name is Daan. I follow the same program as Iyad.
Okay, my first question will give to Iyad and Daan. So it's the first time you come to China, come to Beijing?
This is my first time coming to China, and I've been here for 8 months now.
And also for me, the first time, and we arrived around the same time.
Okay, I just wonder why China? Because before you came to China, what's your impression of China?
I have many friends that have been to Asia already, and China specifically, also Beijing. One of my friends used to live in Beijing before I came to China. So my impression was really good. When I told him about the program, he was really excited, told me to immediately apply for it and go for it. And I did a lot of research on China, looked into it, and there I saw that it's very advanced, technologically advanced. It will be very different from what I'm used to in the Netherlands.
If you have never been, you don't really know what China really is like. So that's kind of a reason why I was like, I want to go to China, I want to see it for myself. And I think now that I can live here for 2 years, I can really experience the culture, meet Chinese people, learn the language, for example, and that way really understand China a bit better.
Which cities have you been, and which city you impressed you the most?
We together already have been to Chengdu, Shanghai, Datong, Hohhot, and also Harbin. I think Harbin left the biggest impression on me, but the ice festival was really nice. It's so large and all the ice sculptures are really nice to see.
But for me, my favorite city in China that left the biggest impression and the best impression was Chengdu. It was mostly because of the historical context that you get there. You also see a lot of culture mixed with a modern city, which was really nice to me to see. And it really gave me a feeling that I was learning about China while being there, which was really nice. And then also the Sichuan cuisine was also really nice. So we got to see the pandas there, which was really nice.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been to Netherlands?
I see a lot of videos shared by the vloggers. I think the natural scenery is really good, and the architecture is very beautiful. So I think I will visit there.
I want to share my experience in Rotterdam back to 2017. I should say the art atmosphere there really strong. I went to many museums. I worked and lived there for several months. And in Rotterdam, but I also visited Amsterdam and The Hague. There are lots of museums, like the girl wearing the pearl earring, right? And also the Mona Lisa. And I also love the food there, the people there. Do you have some recommendation food from Netherlands to me?
There's quite a few. You do have to keep in mind, most of it is fried food. It's not the most healthy food, but there's a bunch of recommendations I could give. When it comes to fries, we have really good fries in the Netherlands. There's different sauces that you can put atop.
Yeah, I like kaasvlees. It's got like a Dutch word. It's like a cheese souffle. It's also fried and there's just cheese inside, and it's kind of.
And if I ask you to recommend some Chinese food to your friends in Netherlands who have never been to China, so how would you introduce it?
For me, the first thing you would definitely have to try is hot pot. I feel like it's such a fun experience, first of all, to have with your friends. You really talk with each other, cook the food together, have fun, taste amazing. You can choose spicy if you like spicy, otherwise you can opt for the mushroom or chicken soup or tomato soup. So many choices. So definitely go for that first. Then one of my favorites is Peking duck that I really enjoy. I think anyone coming to Beijing should definitely try it.
One dish I remember is when we went to travel to Datong in the Shaanxi province. I think they're known for their Shaanxi noodles. So I think the first day we got there for lunch, we got like a big bowl of Shaanxi noodles, and those are also really good, so I really recommend those.
About food, I think different region also has its unique food, and they all taste delicious, and you can find the one that you like more.
Which areas do you always focus on? Just like for the trade or the economic and trade cooperation, or some AI, or the e-cars right now, or the climate changes, these topics, which one?
Well, right now, the course we're taking is called International Economics, and there we're learning about like trade, for example, and especially the dynamics behind trade, the models on how trade work, and then every now and then, when he can, the professor will try to also link the theory and the models to like real-world events. And other courses like AI economics is a course we're doing, and there we're learning about AI and how will AI affect the labor market. how do we introduce AI ethically, those kind of questions.
And I particularly focused on the foreign direct investment in Africa, which was really interesting to me because I lived in Kenya for some time, for 4 years growing up. So actually being able to research that, because I was able to see it, I learned a bit about it when living in Kenya, but I wasn't actually able to understand it. Now coming to China, actually being able to learn about it, write a paper on it, and really being satisfied with it was really nice.
And another area I focus is the fintech and the financial regulation. And for example, maybe you all know that AICG is developed rapidly now, and many people are discussing about how it will affect the different aspects of our society, and I think maybe we are focusing on something similar. Yeah.
When we talk about the exchanges, you two just took part in the event when the Prime Minister of Netherlands came to official visit to China. So could you please share more details?
So I think that's a really special opportunity to have, and maybe it gives me a bit more motivation to work harder, yeah.
So what did you share about or talked about?
I think people could bring their own questions. So I think someone was like asking about national security, and someone else asking about like export restrictions, and from one of the Chinese students, she was asking the Prime Minister, oh, how do I select the best Dutch university? And then he gave a very nice answer as well. So this was really fun, yeah.
For me, it was a very unique experience as well. It was because he was mostly interested in our experience in China, why we decided to come to China, very similar to what we're talking about today. And hearing his interest in our life story was really unique and really fun.
He also asked you to do more for the exchanges between China and Netherlands, right? So there are always gaps, but we can bridge the gap, right?
So as the Prime Minister highlighted on that day, was that international exchanges, having students from China come to the Netherlands and also students from the Netherlands go to China to actually learn about the culture, understand what is happening in the country, and really get an insider view is very essential to actually bridge the gap there. So I think to get further to that, having more international exchanges, really bridging that gap and really understanding, having classes as we were having, like what I said, the Chinese economy class or international economics, where you actually get the examples, the cases of what is happening is really useful.
What's your plan after you graduate?
I will try to maybe do a master first, and then I'll just apply for different universities and see where I get the chance to join. And then maybe after that, I'm not sure, but I really like China and Asia as well in general so far, so I think I might stay in this area, yeah.
For me, also I'll follow the master route, which is very common in the Netherlands.
I will continue my postgraduate studies, and as I mentioned, I learned Korea and also the economics, so I hope I will try to combine the knowledge I learned from these two majors.
Okay, thank you for your time. All my best wishes to you all, my guests. Okay, let's say bye-bye here. Bye-bye, see you next time.